Hi. If you're joining, you can just like drop a message on the chat. I don't understand the technical error that YouTube had today because I scheduled the live for 8 p.m. and then for some weird reason it didn't work out. It started having issues. I've been trying to click on it. It kept telling me um something went wrong. Okay, I'm trying to get the best angle for my camera. Okay. I think others can join at will because I think the time wasn't really convenient for some persons. So I've already like wasted a whole lot of time. So okay, you can hear. Okay. I don't even know if it's okay. Okay. All right. So most times, let me first introduce myself. My name is, I think I should remove these glasses. This light is reflecting on it. So, my name is Mabundo. So, some persons know me with different names. So, but you can call me Mabundo for the purpose of this class, or Java Queen, or anyone that you choose to call me. So, first of all, I I would like to welcome all of you. I am so stressed. Yes, I had to do this class, but I'm actually very stressed because I had a lot to do today. So it affected my voice, my facial look, and all of that. But I already said I'm going to do this class because every time, every second counts in this 2025. I don't know about you, it counts for me because if I don't do it today, it has to be like next week. And what I'm supposed to do next week, I will have to shift it to the upper week. And that's how we waste time this year. And I'm not going to be a time waster. So, against all odds, we are going to do it. So, we are going to be talking about the topic of this webinar for today is empowering your digital career with DigiSmart. I think I didn't send it in the group. I don't think I did. This is a lot. That was an error from my side on me, and I sincerely apologize for that. I wanted to like share the topic on the group. Let me see. Oh, this is the link. I'm sharing. Let me quickly share the topic. So, back to what I wanted to say. So, it's empowering your digital career. Um, when we say digital career, a lot of people would think because when I was much younger, whenever I hear tech, I usually think it's computer. Like my mind will go to computer. Yes, tech is also computer, but technology is vast. It's not just computer. So now, um, okay. So, first of all, I will give you guys a background on what DigiSmart it's all about and what we tend to achieve as a brand using Digi Smart Tech. So when I transitioned to start working remotely, I I struggled when I transitioned to work remote jobs, or I started tech career. I really struggled. There was nobody to like hold me by the hand. I was confused. I made terrible mistakes, a whole lot of it, like a whole bunch of it. And it was just me, myself, and my vision and my determination that I had. I didn't have anybody that, okay, the only time that someone mentioned remote job, and me, pardon me to say this, I love a soft life. Soft life is not about maybe wigs or making your nails, or those ones are not actually the soft life to me. What soft life means is doing what I want at the time I want it. Don't stress me. And not as if I can't compromise, but like, I mean, there is no manager calling me, come to the office, you have to be at the office. So the background story behind it was when I was doing my 9 to 5, was 2021. Yeah. And I literally begged for Christmas holiday. Christmas is my favorite season. 2025 was my first time I did 9 to 5 job. I was the last time I did 9 to 5 job. That was the only job I did. And I told myself this is not for me. Period before I got the job, I was doing business. I was doing mini importation and all that. And I decided to like, oh, let me use white collar job and support my business too. I don't regret it. So after I started writing series of emails to approve that I'm going to get my leave for Christmas break, I told myself I'm not going to do that next year, which was 2022. And some persons actually told me there is this person that teaches people how to work remotely, how to do this, like you work at home. I was like, really? That was like the first time I understood what remote job is. I used to see it like, oh, apply for this remote job. Honestly, you guys may laugh at me. Whenever I see it, I thought it was like remote area. Like apply yes, it sounds very stupid. Apply to remote area, like inside village. You know, when you say, oh, this is a remote area, like it's not developed. So that was what I honestly thought anytime I see it. Until they explained to me what it was, I was like, whoa, this is going to be an amazing opportunity. I enrolled for the class, I registered for it while I was still working, and I dropped my resignation letter, and that was it. I started doing my courses, doing a whole lot of stuff. Luckily for me, my I finished working on Friday, like my last day. On the Sunday I was in church, I got my first remote job. I was like, is this how it works? Like in less than 48 hours, I was like, whoa. That one was, I think, $400 per month. It was, I don't know, from earning 80,000 naira salary. And it was amazing. The feeling was out of this world. I wasn't a professional yet, too, but I started making a lot of mistakes. How did I lose that job? I was I was not happy with the way the man was communicating with me, the way he was telling me. Um, I didn't have as full access to the website. I was trying to do some stuff on the website, and I don't have full so it was frustrating me, and I didn't have light to those were challenges. Nobody told me this is what you are supposed to do. Go to this place, do your job, or there was there was no guidance. I had a coach, the person just gave me materials, go and do that. And I started figuring it out. Before you know it, I sent the client message, I'm not doing again. that I want to end the contract. Woo! 2 months. I feel like, yes, now I got this one, so I will get another one. It was not funny. It was a bumpy ride. And I was like, okay, when I didn't get the job, okay, that was March, April. Then May, June, I didn't get a job. I got another job in July. It was ending of July. I suffered. Not because I thought it was going to come by easily, just voila, it would come to me because this one came like just less than 48 hours. I stopped working. So I felt like that's how it comes. I know what I'm doing. I'll just submit my CV and but it doesn't work that way. So hence I started, there were a whole lot of other lessons. I've worked with multiple clients from different races. I've worked with people in Russia, Ukraine, yes, UK, Canada, like Happy New Year, everyone. Um, Different places, and it's gathered and, well, I say expanded my um experience. I loved it. I enjoyed it. The clients that owe me, the people that didn't pay me, the people that talked down on me, that I will finish doing something and then the next thing I'll hear is this thing you did is rubbish in front of, like, when I mean in front of everybody, like meeting, everyone is in the meeting, virtual meeting. But like it was affecting me mentally. I just wrote to the HR. I left. Maybe I have not really understood how to handle my emotions. Things get to me easily. Then now, no. And I was like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? There is one client that I worked for that is based in UK. Till today, he has not paid me. And I just left him. I sent him the last message. I just told him, no problem. If this is how it is done over there, I wish you the best. So those experiences that no one told me. And also, what also coined Gigi Smart was I get to see people ask me very weird questions that I assumed that, come on, this person should know this, but I was wrong. And the questions keep coming. Oh, how do I do this? I don't know where to start. I was like, oh, okay. I think it's high time I started a brand that guides people properly because people just make the same mistakes. In as much as I'm an advocate of don't give unsolicited advice, if they ask you, give advice. If they don't, just mind your business because you may give advice that worked for you and the person ends up doing it, maybe not exactly what you told them, and they will blame you at the end of the day. But that's not it. But these are like technical advice, professional advice, advice that's worked for me and worked for a whole lot of people. So that's why I started DigiSmart. And in as much as we are just few here, I really don't mind because I also, what my brand represents is people that are serious. What turns me off is inconsistency from people. If someone says, I'm going to do this, I hold you by your word. If I say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it against all odds. Not because I can't come out and say, oh, sorry guys, we can't hold it. I can come out tomorrow and maybe something happens that it is really, really urgent that I can't be available. But that should be like once in pink moon. Like when I mean once in pink moon, you guys really see pink moon. So it's not even once in blue moon. Like I usually use the pink moon because pink moon, I think it occurs every 200 years or something. So that is what I mean. Like, you should not be a manufacturer of excuses. So, against all odds. So, even if I end up getting just two persons that are serious, I'll be fulfilled in 2025 that, yes, that these two persons, I guided them and they got to the destination and fulfilled their purpose. I'll be fulfilled. I don't even want number. The essence of the group is let's see how people can turn up. Yes, because you can group WhatsApp group is like add as much as you can. I think about above 1,000 persons. But if there is a group that will be like just add 10 persons and close this group, I would prefer it. I will know that it is limited and these people are serious minded and these are the people I love working with. So with that being said, that's how I used the opportunity of my own experience, other people's experience, transitioning to tech and remote job to do what? To start the brand DigiSmart. So, hence, that's like a brief introduction about what we do. So, the next thing I want us to talk about, also permit me, guys, that it will look as if it's a monologue, that it's not conversational. But if you want to bring my attention to anything, please just type it on the chat. That's why I activated the live chat. So in case like I'm going Tinubu side, call me back to the right side. So let's go forward. So the next thing I want us to talk about is why you should start now to plan your 2025 into transitioning into tech. I believe that you are here because you have had that urge, or will I say urge or passion, that you want to transition into tech. There is something that prompted you, like I shared in my story. I was prompted because I was working a 9 to 5 job that couldn't permit me to go on a Christmas break. Yes, that was the part of the thing that prompted it, and I was lamenting. And it was through that my lamentation that I got to hear about remote job. For the first time, I understood what remote job was. So there is something, or there is a place that you are currently, that you know that this place you are is not where you want to be, it's not where you are supposed to be, and you have been dragging feet and you have been trying to, like, oh, okay, should I go, should I not? This is your sign for you to go. Take that step. Like, take that step. Don't even like look for any other sign. This is the sign that you are waiting for. Take that step. And I will tell you the reason why you take that step. In agriculture, I believe some of us did agriculture even in primary school, that you bring beans and you put it inside. The first step is for it to germinate, right? And then it will sprout like that, two leaves or something. Then you water it. After some days, you see it's growing, it's coming up. And then all of a sudden, that small seed turns to a leaf and turns to something bigger as the time proceeds. So those of us that I am in that category, I usually do my projects last. Like, this deadline is coming close, you start doing it. The teacher will know. Definitely. The teacher is 100% aware that you did not plant that seed the time others were planting, because the time the time frame, the range in time, it's actually, it's evident, like it's very clear. So why I'm saying this is it's your time to start your tech career, because the people that started last year, 2024, I watched TikTok stories a lot. My journey in tech 2024, I was seeing wins. This one will say I started January, I did my 3 months course, I started this, I landed a job by July, and this is where I am, because they started. And some of us here have been saying I will start since 2024. Now we're in 2025. You are still contemplating, I'm going to start. The thing is, you are the one holding yourself. You are the advocate and the chairperson of your destiny into tech and into remote job. So ask yourself, what is that one thing that actually makes you want to live where you are? Mine was, I couldn't spend my Christmas at will I had to like send emails upon emails. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. My remote job that I'm doing, I closed work, was in on before 20th. Excuse me. Last 2 years, I closed work on, I think, 23rd of December, and we resumed 8th of January. And I was paid bonus, Christmas bonus. That was $250. That was 2022. We are in 2020. 2 years ago, let me use the word because I'm trying to know the exact year. So then last year, similar thing happened. And me by myself, I said, okay, I'm closing early. I told them I want to close early. So I had to do the things I need to do ahead of time. So tell me where you are doing 9 to 5 and you are telling your manager, oh, I'm closing early. I don't want to do this. That's on the remote job side. And coming to the tech aspect of it, you already know that you are a novice, and now you are thinking, I don't even know where to start from. That's why DigiSmart became a brand. That's why I created this brand in the first place, for total novice, tabla rasa, empty slate, whatever it is, not in tech, not you as a person. And you are about to transition or metamorphose into something that you wouldn't believe that you will get to. If someone told me in that 2021 that I'll be where I am now, I know I'm supposed to be a big girl. I should be swimming in money. I would believe on that aspect. But in terms of tech, if someone had told me, oh, this thing that you have always had in mind, it's going to be possible, I usually feel it's not possible because I feel like I need to have so much money to learn. I need to have, I will buy, I will, there were so many things that were discouraging me, but that is not the case. When you want to transition into tech, you just need three things: your determination, your curiosity, and your focus. Like it's your, which means at the end of the day, you need you to transition into tech. So that's being said, so I'm going to brief you guys on the little challenges I faced while I was like on the tip of transitioning. Like I've already quit from my job. There was no job in view. I'm just waiting for the 1 month notice to elapse. I was confused. I was depressed. I had doubts. I had my fears, a whole bunch of them, because I dropped my letter in January, so I had to work till ending of February. The first thing I did was I got my laptop. That was January, and then in February, like between January and February, I started my courses already. I had every fear in me. I had every doubt in me of, what if this thing doesn't work? Should I just go and tell my manager that I should accept? Because when I dropped my resignation, they started offering me hybrid. Hybrid is you come some days at, you work some days at home, then you come to office sometimes. It was a perfect setting. They even increased my salary by, they added extra 40K to my salary. They wanted to started they proposed they would start paying me 120, but I turned it down because it was a very hard decision. I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. I turned it down because I was like, if I don't do this now, I'll be in this office in the next 6 months and I'll regret that I didn't quit the time I wanted to quit. Until today, I'm so grateful that my stubbornness prevailed. And people tried to talk to me, even our COO then. Then I started doing my courses. It's fear. I was not understanding what I was doing. It was chaotic. There were so many things. I'll be less motivated today. Tomorrow, I'm motivated. I remember that I don't have more, 1 naira in my account. I will start open my laptop. So there were a whole lot of roller coaster of emotions. So it is expected. So, however, I'm just saying this, that whatever you are feeling is valid. You have every right to feel depressed, thinking of transitioning into tech, But depression doesn't mean like suicidal anyway. Like, I mean, you feel down, your mood changes anytime you think about it, and you be like, oh, can I do this? Is it possible? The doubts in you, it's totally valid. And then the next thing is the feeling of being insufficient. You feel like tech has a category of people that they are meant for. No, it's not true. Tech is for everybody, including you, including um a 9-year-old. My 6-year-old niece is currently coding. She resume her classes by next week, and she's just 6. I'm not saying this like to say I'm bragging or anything. That's to show you that tech doesn't have age bracket. Or then I have another person that is 37 and started his coding. Yes, I'm giving these two examples because it's something that people feel like, oh, I think I'm already late. If I start now, I will now learn. It will now take me time for me to learn. Yes, it's valid, but I want to tell you that that's your fear is invalid. How you are feeling is valid, but that fear that you have that it is not possible is totally invalid. And why I would say it's invalid is because you are the one that created that illusion. And why I would say you created that illusion is you have not tried. So how are you concluding? It's just like you are here, you are telling me, you are telling yourself what will happen by December 2025. We are still in January. It's not possible. You can only have a plan. Yes, people do vision board, prayer board, all those things, how I want my 2025 to be. Amazing. But to be very honest with you, being realistic as possible, you don't know where you will be by December 2025. You can only envision that, oh, this is what I'm working towards. So that's why I'm trying to tell you that that thing that you are thinking in your mind is also an illusion. Delulu, you are being delusional by saying that, what is it possible that in 6 months that I'm going to get this? What if I don't learn it? It's all in your mind that you are not going to learn it because you have not even tried to know if you can learn it or not. So you are just stuck in one place in your mind that it is not going to be possible. And once you are there, do you know what happens? You you get your phone, your jotter to learn. That place in your mind that you already said, I don't think I can do this, comes there, blocks the memory for you to understand what you're supposed to understand. Yes, that's exactly what happens. You see kids, if you do psychology in kids, you see kids that they are always saying, like, a child is learning, and probably there are 5 kids in the class, and then about 3 of them are answering the questions very fast, and then the other ones, maybe they will call them slow learners, or they are easily distracted. They play a lot, not as if they are not smart, but they play a lot, so they get distracted. So by the time you ask them, so by the time the teacher starts saying, it's usual, you won't know it. I know you won't know it. A whole lot of us were spoken down on that way while growing up. I know you won't know it. Next person. Do you know why? What happens to that child? In the child's brain, according to psychology, there is a part of the child's brain that already, like, the child knows the answer, but the child second guesses himself because the person is that is even going to validate the answer already projected that he doesn't know it. So that thing blocks his mind. So by the time, I don't know if it has happened to anybody here, by the time maybe the next 2 persons answers the questions, the child will be like, but this was what I wanted to answer. You see, that is what happens to us even as an adult. By the time you already told you tell your brain, that is why they say there is so much power in the thought. By the time you tell your brain that I don't think I can understand it, your brain will never ever understand that. That is the truth. So if you remove that from your mind by replacing it with, okay, I can't figure all these things out. I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker. I'm just like telling you tech facts. I know I don't understand this thing now, but I'll study it more and I will understand it. By then, there is something that is in your brain that has opened to be receptive first. So, more like, I can't, I don't understand this. And it's like this. But by the time you now say, I can try, let me see, it's open. If something comes, it can enter easily. But by the time you are close fisted, your brain, I'm just using this hand to give an illustration. By the time you are close fisted and you're already saying, I don't think I can, I don't, if that thing is coming, it's already blocked. That is just the example of what I'm giving. So you need to believe in yourself first, believe in what you can achieve, believe in what you can do, so you can swiftly transition into tech. That's one before the courses part. Then another thing is the challenges that you may face along the way. Why I'm saying this is the beginning of 2025 and you may write a lot of things. I'm going to do this. I'm supposed to do this. I'm going to do this. Knock knock, national grid falls. You are supposed to do a course 2 hours per day, but there is no light throughout that day. That's a very huge challenge living in Nigeria alone. Oh, there is NEPA light. Knock, knock, knock. Airtel network is no longer showing on my phone. I don't know what happened to Airtel network. You feel so frustrated. And then all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock. Relationship you just managed to enter. Person is frustrating your life. Annoying the I don't want to use foul language, annoying you so much that it's affecting your productivity. You were not expecting it. Out of the blues, you and the love of your life started fighting. It will affect you. I've been there. Then another one out of the blues, knock, 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 family. They start calling you. You have to do this, there is that. Why I listed these few challenges, they are still very personal challenges. People with anxiety, people that have mental health issues. Those ones are really personal, and I respect anybody struggling mentally, including I myself. I used to have terrible anxiety disorder. I have panic attacks a whole lot between 2021 and 2022. Like, I will struggle to stabilize myself. I will struggle so much. So I respect those people that it is very difficult for them to stand up from the bed. Those people, I respect them. Why I said I respect them is because I've been there and I know what it feels to be there. But all I'm going to tell you, if you are in any of this category, is also your choice to be there. Why I say your choice is there is this switch I had mentally by the grace of God that I just did a U-turn and I said I'm not going to, like, sometimes not by just voicing it out. I said I'm not going to be this person anymore. I tried to fake smile, it didn't work. I was probably dying inside and it was showing all over my face that I look normal, but I was dying inside. But the only thing I did was, it sounds strange and it may sound funny to everybody, was I held on to God. Yes, I'm a very, very spiritual person. Excuse me if it's not your thing, but I held on to God because I believe that he's the one that created me. Even my parents doesn't know me like my creator. They wouldn't even know what I battle inside. I believe that he's the one that sees through me, knows why what happened to me, know a whole lot of things that people that brought me to the world absolutely have no clue about. You may try to like tell a friend, oh, this is what I'm going through and this is what I'm facing. The person will just give you a carnal advice based on maybe personal experience, the same way I'm giving to you now. I am not your solution to any issue you have dealing with. And I went to therapy. I felt like, oh, I can talk to a stranger that doesn't know me so that I wouldn't be judged. I thought that was the idea. And they just gave me recommendations of what they feel like has worked for other persons. I feel like they experiment with human beings. That's what I think. Not because they wish to experiment, but because they are not like they are not filled with the wisdom to do that. I'm not downplaying their role in the society. What I mean is you can't know it all. Even twins are uniquely different. I'm digressing, yes, but permit me to. Twins are uniquely different. They may look facial alike, but their personality is different. So you wouldn't say because I shared a similar story with your client that just left and you gave the client a solution and probably worked for that client, that doesn't mean it's going to work for me. So that's why I say that they experiment, that they try their luck most of the time with human emotions. And most of the time they'll be like, oh, it worked. You see, I told you it's working. Do you understand? So that's why I went to God because you created me. There was a time I told him that I didn't ask to be created. So he brought me here. I don't know what I did do. I don't know what I'm doing. So just help me. And with everything dear to me, he did. Like it's as if he pulled me out and took me a different place. And it was pure bliss. I didn't do it on my own. There was no all this breathing 7 times. I did all those things. I'm not downplaying that. I mean, there are situations whereby you know that these are parts. When my hands are shaking, you're telling me to take 7 deep breaths. It wasn't working. Or when like I am on AC and I'm profusely sweating. You are telling me, calm down, this. I can literally feel my palpitation. Like I had terrible palpitation. Like I will wake up. Normal early morning that you are supposed to wake up happy, what a new day. I'm waking up with strong palpitation that I don't even know where it's coming from. I don't even know how to deal with it. This is a very personal story, but I'm sharing it because we're in Nigeria and a whole lot of people struggle. A whole lot of people struggle. So the challenges may not be internet, network, NEPA lights, and all of that. So I was there too. So that is why I'm sharing this personal story. So by the time you take it to him and say, okay, take this. I don't want to be like this anymore. Gradually, trust me, you will see the effect of it. So that's my own personal advice anyway. And I know it's unsolicited, but I wasn't referring to anybody in particular. So it's just like kind of a free talk. So then the next thing I want us to also, excuse me, talk about is choosing your career path. I'm going to briefly talk about this because it's in my main upcoming class that I'm going to go deeper into it. A whole lot of people want to switch to tech, but they absolutely have no clue on what to go into. And Probably they have made research, but you have not made research, and you have been like hearing different people have been suggesting different things for you. Then both tech and non-tech, because remote job is not only just tech. I need to correct that impression. Tech, I think I there was a class we had sometime last year that I was trying to explain what tech is and what tech is not, and what non-tech career is and what non-tech career is not. So whenever you are faced with what do you want to do, what job, what career path do you want to choose in this remote job that you want to switch to, and you become blank, ask yourself this question: what is one thing I can effortlessly do without looking as if I'm being forced to do it? That's one. Then ask yourself, this thing that I can effortlessly do, can it pay my bills? Like, is there any way I can monetize it? Two. Then the third question is this: is there any tech niche that is close to this thing that I'm passionate about? That's three. Then the last one is, what can I do to know that this thing that I'm thinking is just not just in my head, that it's actually like true? Like, after you have asked your first three questions, like, what can I do to confirm these things, that these my answers that I give? Like, you're asking yourself, you're writing it out. And then by the time you are done, you will get your answer of what you actually want to do. Let me give an example. My name is Nkechi, for example, and I am a novice in tech, and I'm asked, what can I do to, um, like, what can I do? The first question, like, what do you think I can do effortlessly without looking as if I'm being forced? Mind you, this Nkechi that is me, that is this example, Nkechi loves being on call, talking to people. Like, anytime you see her, she enjoys talking to people. Like, she can be on call for like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours without being bored. And she'll be like, yeah, I like making calls. Yes, I like making calls. I like talking to people. And Nkechi goes for an event and meets new person. Oh, I would like to call you. And if Nkechi finds someone that is also down to the game of calling, Nkechi does that. Exchange contacts and they start chatting and all of that. Chatting and calls is what Nkechi do effortlessly without being told. And then the second question comes, Nkechi is asked, can you monetize this? Nkechi becomes confused. How will I monetize calls now? Nkechi doesn't have answer to that. Then the next one, you ask Nkechi, what's the tech career or non-tech career that relates to this thing that you are doing? Nkechi will be like, "Eh, I think it's chat support or customer service rep." You say, ah, okay. Then the last question, Nkechi asks, how then can I validate all this my response of becoming a customer service rep? This is what I mean by the questions you ask yourself if you are confused on which path to take. Yes. So by the time you are done asking yourself and you get a response, you now make research, because most times you may know something on the surface, and then you realize that this thing you actually don't have a deep knowledge about it. So this Nkechi goes ahead to start checking about reading about customer service rep, what they do. Oh, then Nkechi now realizes that customer service rep have various niche. The people that are technical support, sales support, Nkechi will now say, ah, technical support, I don't know anything about technical. Oh. Narrowing the niche down. Then Nkechi goes ahead to say sales support. Oh, yes, I like business. I like people telling me the amount they sold in a day or something like any this thing. Nkechi writes sales support down. And then Nkechi sees another one, chat support. Be like, ah, I like this chat support. Like where you just be responding to customers' inquiries and deliveries. Oh, I think I can do this one. Nkechi writes it down. With that way, Nkechi narrows her niche on exactly what she can do effortlessly, get paid, and enjoy it. Because oftentimes, a whole lot of people will be like, oh, I love remote job. I love the money that comes in tech. Money is good. It's also money that made me go to remote job. I'm not going to lie. But as time progresses, I started being selective about some jobs. Last year, I turned like about 4 jobs down. I'm not saying this thing in a prideful way. No. Like it didn't align with what I wanted. And I told them, no, I can't work for you. The people that reached out to me on LinkedIn, the people that even like I had an interview with them. There is one that is actually very funny. That one required hybrid. It was 1 million naira. And it was a friend that recommended me, and that's 1 million naira per month. But I don't regret it. Why I said I don't regret it is it doesn't align with who I am and what I want to be. And that's why I turned it down. I'm not trying to say money is not important, but I prioritize, I can't do anything because of money. Yes. And at the same time, I can do anything because of money. And that anything I can do is upskilling, learning, anything that comes with feeding myself with knowledge to make me have more skills and be able to monetize those skills. I'm willing to do it. But if it's like offering me money to do something I don't want to do, I'm not doing it. So when the offer came, my friend was really excited for me and was like, ah, I can even like give delegates to do some tasks for me. I was like, I don't think I want to do this. So I now told the man that I don't think I'm interested. And then the other one was what made me turn that one down was the way, yes, I am very skeptical about work environment. So during the interview, one of the interviewers said something. It may sound weird to you people and be like, ah, it's like you are picky. Yes, I may be very picky. I I was at the interview 15 minutes before time, and I had to remind them via email that, oh, I'm waiting for you guys on this interview. And then I didn't get a response. And then after 15 minutes, I logged out and logged back in. Like I wanted to know if maybe, okay, I ended it to see if they created a new interview link. So when I noticed about 5 minutes, I was refreshing my email. I was even thinking, maybe it's my network. I was checking spam. I was like, no, I can't miss this interview because it's a SaaS company and I really want to work with a SaaS company. So it was something I was expecting. But once I saw that red flag, it's unfortunate I've deleted the email I sent to them. If I showed you guys the email, you'd be like, whoa. But I'm not saying that you should do it. And when I logged back in, they started lashing out on me that I lied to them, that I was online, like I was on the interview, that they saw my email and they have been here. So it was a misunderstanding, like not really a misunderstanding, like it was an issue of trust, and I hold integrity. Like, why should I lie to you? I sent you an email and I said I've been here, I've been waiting for 15 minutes. So they felt like I was trying to like tell them they don't know their job or something. And then Probably when I logged out and I was trying to see if they sent a new meeting link, because in the email I was like, is the link broken? Is the URL broken? Like, is there any new email, a new link for the email? Because sometimes interview link can be broken, like on their end they might have impute something and they can't even log in on that interview. So I know that as a technical person, and I was asking that, and you didn't give me a clue. I just decided to tell them there and then I'm no longer interested in the interview, and told them if they can excuse me. I excused myself because they were literally telling me that I was lying. They didn't say it per word. They were like, why will you send us email when you are not here? And you are saying that you have been here for 15 minutes. We have been here waiting for you. I was even trying to say, oh, probably it was when you say no, you don't do that. Like you're trying to play smart or what? They didn't even allow me like express myself. I was like, if I happen to work for these people, if there is anything that happens and I'm trying to like be proactive and tell you, if people will not believe me, so there is no need. I just tell them, okay, no problem. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm no longer interested in the interview. So it's like movie. I sent them a follow-up email, told them that that is why they are looking for this particular position, because they don't know how to talk to employees. Yes, that was rude, but I needed to let it off my chest. And I felt good. Am I proud of it? Maybe, maybe not. But those are the things that I learned the hard way, that there are places I will not work. There are people I will not work for because of my mental safety. Yes. I don't want a toxic environment whereby you dump everything in me and I start doubting myself and my potentials. No. Better work for work in a place that brings out the best in you. The sky will be your starting point. So that is part of my lessons. So anyway, the last but not the least, which I've already mentioned on how you can choose your career path, then the importance of staying committed and following your plan. If you already mapped out a plan for 2025 on how to switch, stick to it. And how do you stick to your plan is you break it down in bits. There is someone that's mentioned in the group that she has procrastination issue. A lot of people are guilty of that. There are levels of procrastination. My own is I don't procrastinate like I procrastinate like I don't procrastinate that, oh, what I'm supposed to do today, I will not say I'll do it tomorrow. No, what I do is in my to-do list, I'll look for the smallest easy tasks. I'll be doing that first. I'll be shifting the main thing I'm supposed to do for the day. I'll be shifting it to the last thing I'll do. So when I now see it's almost 3 p.m., I'll start doing it. So by the time I've already wasted a whole lot of time, that's my own guilt part. Like I feel guilty about it too. So if you want to stay consistent with your goal, remember why you started. I pasted, okay, I can't share it. I can't turn my laptop. This is my workstation. I pasted something here that reminds me of how I need to stay consistent to my goal. Discipline, focus, consistency. A lot of people are disciplined, but they lack focus. They are easily distracted. You can say you are going to do this and you will do it, but you lack focus. You are easily distracted. Then the other person is you are disciplined and focused, or you lack consistency. When you want to do something, you do it. Like let's say, oh, this week I'm going to do 5 hours per day courses, and you do it 5 hours per day courses. Then next week you don't do it. The upper week you remember again, you continue. You are not consistent. Then there are people that have this tree, but they are consistently doing rubbish. Why I say you are consistently doing rubbish, not to insult you, but you know this thing you are doing is not working, and you are hell bent on doing the rubbish instead of you to figure or find a way or ask questions. How best can this work? And this work for you? A good example is you are you want to fix these glasses, and probably um you have been trying it since 1 month, and you say, no, I'm not going to give up. I will fix these glasses by crook or by hook. You'll be sweating. Ah, okay, let me put it this way. Oh, hi, it didn't work. Okay, let me try it this way. It didn't work. Those things are good. But have you taken your time to just go and ask, do you know how to do this? Or you go and check online. That's for part of being consistently doing rubbish. Then another part is, you know that this thing is not for you. This glass that you are doing, you know you cannot fix it. I'm not trying to underestimate, oh, I can do all things. Once I put my mind into it, I can do everything. You put your mind in what you know that you have the capacity to do. I know that me, these Meriwa people that used to carry water, I know me, I cannot carry it. I cannot, not just because I'm a girl or anything. I know I cannot carry it, but I'm lying to myself. I can do it. I can carry it. You know you don't have the capacity to do this thing. And you are trying to be delusional and probably trying to prove a point. I can do it. You will go there. You say, no, I can do it. You have lifted it up. I can do it. That's consistently doing rubbish. So you are doing a course, you know you are not understanding. I'm not trying to contradict what I said earlier about, oh, you open your mind to understand. No. Like, a good example is when I started Python lang programming, I closed it back. I said maybe in the future, maybe not now. I cannot do this thing currently with the way I am. So you can't say I want to learn Python by fire by force. I had a student that wants to do data science. I gave him breakdown of how data science works. And I told him, not because I don't believe in him. The will I say interview, the times I asked him question, he has flair for designs. And someone told you about data science, you came and met me and said, oh, that you have been thinking about this data science, or that this. I say, you have no capacity from the discussion that I had with you of data or analyzing data. You have pure flair for designs, like pure flair, like it flows in you naturally. So why don't you go with that thing that flows with you naturally and become consistent with it, and you see better results than because someone said data science, there is one that told me that, I just like the way they called it, Texas, the way they call data scientists. Like, if like that is so sweet to say, what do you do? I'm a data scientist. Really, there are people like that actually. They just like the sound of it or the idea of it. They don't know anything about it. So with that being said, you have understood that you need to stay disciplined, focus, consistent, and consistently doing the right thing, not just doing whatever you feel like, oh, you are doing in order to make ends meet. So that brings us to the end of our webinar. Let me see if there is anything I forgot to mention. Okay, yes, there is a mentorship in Digi Smart too. I think I forgot to mention that earlier, whereby you have one-on-one classes and all those ones, like guide you through. For some persons that prefer like a direct like guidance, they don't like this group. So there is something like that. So we now open up for questions. So if let me open this place. If you have any question to drop, kindly drop. think network has been disturbing some persons. The fleet issue again. Okay, no question from me. You are welcome. Okay, okay. I I guess that other persons don't have any question. Okay, that brings us. Okay, okay, okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. See you guys again next week. For the next week, we'll probably vote on the topic you guys want us to discuss or talk about. This one came like impromptu and I had to like do something for it. So see you guys next week. Bye.